Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be discussing fraction using BODMAS. BODMAS is an acronym used in solving fraction that involve different signs, that has addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, off bracket. Once there is a problem of fraction that has all these various signs in it, we are going to use BODMAS to solve it. What do I mean by BODMAS? This BODMAS simply means this B stands for bracket, O stands for off, D stands for division, M stands for multiplication, A stands for addition, S stands for subtraction. Different people have used different acronyms. Using this BODMAS simply means that's the order in which you are going to be solving the problem. If you have a problem, a fraction that has different signs, all these that have been mentioned, that means the order in which you are going to solve them. You solve those ones that has fraction first, that has bracket first. I mean bracket. After bracket, you look for those ones that has off, you solve. You look for those ones that has division, you solve. Multiplication, you solve. Addition, you solve. You don't solve multiplication before division. So that's the order. That's an acronym. That's how BODMAS comes about. You need to solve it using this order: bracket, off, division, multiplication, addition, you solve subtraction last. So let's see how we can work with this. We have some questions here that we're going to work with. But a quick recap: don't forget that we've been able to treat addition of fraction, subtraction of fraction, multiplication of fraction, division of fraction. We've been able to iron out different. You can check our video. Check our video on this YouTube channel. You'll see some of these questions. Then you'll be able to refresh your memory, because we are still going to apply some of those tactics on some of these questions we are going to be solving here. We have some questions here. We have to determine the value of the following. Look at this: 7/6 of open bracket 3/1/2 minus 2/1/4 close the bracket plus 5/1/8 divided by 3/16 minus 1/2. Just imagine, we have a lot here. We have off, we have subtraction, we have bracket, we have addition, we have division, we have subtraction. A whole lot here. Mere looking at questions like this, you like, which one am I going to start from? So if you have a problem like this, all you just need to do is to use BODMAS. Start from bracket, like we've explained. This order, you are going to use this order to solve them. So let's see what we can do. Awesome. So let's see solution 1. Solution 1. Great. Let's bring out this question that we have here. Then we'll use the order to solve them. You have to be very careful while solving a complicated fraction question like this, that you will not make a mistake. Great. So let's do them one after the order. Great. So, okay, let's see. Like we've explained earlier, you will start with bracket. That is what BODMAS, you deal with those problems inside the bracket first. These are what we have inside the bracket. So let's deal with this problem first, because that's the order. Bracket, that's the reason why we are using BODMAS. Okay, let's convert this first, like we've been doing in our previous classes. 2 times 3 will give us what? 6. 6 plus 1 will give us 7. So let's convert this. This one will be 7/2. Awesome. Let's convert this as well. 4 times 2 will give us what? 8. 4 times 2 will give us 8. Then 8 plus 1 here will give us 9. That's 9/4. 9/4. Awesome. So depending on what you actually want, you can go through the method of taking the whole number first, or using this method. You know, we're able to solve using two different methods, so anyone that suits you. But all we just need to do is to iron out what is in the bracket first. Great. So after doing that, all we need to do is to iron out those in the bracket first. So now 2 and 4, the LCM of 2 and 4 will give us what? 4. The LCM will give us 4. The LCM will give us 4. So let's do away with this. Awesome. So the LCM of 2 and 4 will give us 4. Okay, 2 goes in 4 will give us 2. 2 times 7 that we have here will give us what? 14. 2 times 7 will give us what? 14. Awesome. Now 4 goes in 4 will give us 1. 1 times 9 here will give us 9. So minus 9. Awesome. So don't forget, we'll deal with those in the bracket first. Do them step by step so that you will not make mistake. You can see that we've not been able to touch any other aspect. Great. So with this, you can now say 14 minus 9 will give us what? 5. Great. That means we've been able to iron out what we have in the bracket. That is first thing first. That is okay. 5. So we have 5 over 4 here. Okay, let me bring it. I want to remove the bracket since we've been able to iron it out. So we have 5 over 4 here. Awesome. So we've been able to iron out what we have here. This bracket will be 5 over 4. Great. So after bracket, there's no other bracket here. The next one is off. Off. So we have off here now. And off simply means multiply. We are going to change this off to times. That's the meaning. We are going to change this off to what? To times. That's just the meaning. We've been able to iron out that. We've been able to iron out brackets of. The next one is D, which is division. The next one is D, which is division. Now we have division here. That's the next thing we are going to deal with. So you need to do it step by step, following that order, BODMAS. That's why I'm taking my time to explain. So the next one is division, which is D that we have here. But before then, because this division now, we're going to be working with this 5 over 1 over 8 and this 3 over 16. It is very key. We understand that. So let's change this 5 over 1 over 8 to an improper fraction. Let's remove it from me. So we say 8 times 5 will give us what? 40. 40 plus 1 will give us what? 41. So we have 41 over 8 here. Because we want to operate with this division. That's why we are working around this place now. Now, the next thing, if you remember, if you are working with division, the next thing is for you to change it to what? To multiplication. But while changing, don't forget, what is on your right hand side, you are going to swap it. You will swap. The denominator will go to the numerator will go to the denominator. So we are going to change this division now to multiplication. But while doing that, system will go up. If you have been following the series of this fraction, you will understand better. 16 will go up, 3 will come down. So we now have 16 over 3. So in this series, in this line now, we have 7 over 6 multiplied by 5 over 4 plus 41 over 8 times 16 over 3 minus 1 over 2. We are following the sequence. So we've been able to iron out bracket of division. The next one is multiplication, following the series of BODMAS. After bracket of division, the next one is M, which is multiplication. Now, to iron out multiplication, we have multiplication here and we have multiplication here. That means we are going to operate here separately, we operate here separately. So let's quickly do that. Awesome. Now, for multiplication, if you've been following the series, we said it's either you multiply what you have up here and what you have down here, or you cut into smaller numbers. But if there is no number that we can use to cut, you can multiply up and down. Okay, is there any number? We have 7 and 5 here, 6 and 4 here. Oh, there is no number. So all we need to do now is to multiply what we have here and multiply what we have down here. So 7 times 5 will give us what? 35. 35. And 6 times 4 will give us what? 24. Since there is no number that we can use to cut, so this has gone. Awesome. So we've been able to operate this multiplication here. Great. So, and we have another multiplication here. We've been able to iron out this one. So let's iron out this 41 over 8 and 16 over 3 is multiplication, because that's the next in the series. Okay, let's see. Should we multiply, or we have numbers that can cut into smaller numbers? Okay, 8 and 6 here, we can operate with them. Okay, let's quickly do that. If you can cut, simply cut it to have smaller numbers so that your number will not be too cumbersome. But if there is no number to cut out, the next thing is for you to do what? Go through your multiplication process. Okay, let's quickly do that. Since we are still on multiplication in our order, so 8 can cut here 1, 8 can cut here 2. By implication, it means we are left with 1 here and we are left with what? 2 here. Great. Now, we've been able to cut into smaller number, but we are still operating with multiplication. Okay, let's see what we can do. Okay, 41 times 2 here will give us what? 82. 41 times 2 will give us 82. We are still on the order of multiplication. We want to multiply this so that we can remove what we have here. So 1 times 3 will give us 3. Great. That means we've been able to iron out this. Can you see that step by step we are bringing it down, following the order? So we've been able to iron out brackets of division, multiplication. In the order, the next one is what? Addition, if you have been following. As you can see, we've been able to iron out brackets of division, multiplication that we have here. Now, after multiplication, the next one is what? Addition. Now, in addition of fraction, like we've been explaining in our previous videos, you have to work with LCM. Addition and subtraction of fraction, you have to work with what? LCM. Okay. Let's just use this as a template. Great. So we want to work with this because the next one is what? Addition. Because subtraction is the last one in the order of BODMAS. So the next one now is addition. So let's add. If you want to add fraction, you have to go through LCM, like we said earlier on. If you have been following this series, you can check our video on addition of fraction. Okay. LCM of 24 and 3. LCM of 24 and 3 is 24. Awesome. How many times will this 24 go in this 24? 1. 1 times 35 will give you what? 35. Because we are working with addition. How many times will 3 go in 24? 8 times. you now say 8 times 82, it will give you 656. You can quickly check that. How many times will 3 go in 24? That's 8 times. If you now say 8 times 82, it will give you what? 656. 8 times 82, 656. That's correct. Don't forget, you are working with addition here. So, minus 1 over 2 that we have here already. Great. Let's proceed. Awesome. Now, if you now say 35 plus 656, it's going to give you 691. To give you 691. Awesome. If you add 35 and 656, it will give you 691. That means we've been able to iron out the addition, minus 1 over 2. The last one, subtraction in the order of BODMAS. So let's quickly do that. If you are working with subtraction as well, you are going to go through LCM. Okay, let's quickly do that as well. Let's get this as a template. Awesome. So LCM of 24 and 2 will give you 24. Beautiful. Now let's see how we can work around that. How many times will 24 go in 24? That's 1. 1 times 691. It will give you what? 691. Beautiful. Minus, how many times will 2 go in 24? That's 12 times. 12 times 1 up here will give you 12. Beautiful. So having done that, we're almost done. You can see we are applying the order of BODMAS one after the other. Please don't make that mistake so that your answer will not be wrong. So if you now say 691 minus 12, it should give you 679. 691 minus 12 should give you 679. Beautiful. So this can be our answer. You can leave it like this, or if they can cut, you can cut it out, or better still, you can change it to a mixed fraction. Let's change it to a mixed fraction. Okay, how many times will 24 go in 679? How many times? That's about 28 times. Because if you say 28 times, because if you say 28 times 24, it should give you 672. That means if you say 679 minus 672, it will be left with 7. Beautiful. So let's cross check. If you say 24 times 28, that should give you 672. 672 plus 7, 679. Awesome. So this is our final answer. You can see we are following the order of BODMAS from bracket to off to division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. You can always pause and rewind the video. Just understand the basic principle. Okay, we have another question here. But because of our time, I'm going to drop this question here and the answer. You can do that on your own. This is question number 2. But let me drop the answer here. Let me drop the answer here so that you can work it out on your own. Okay. Let me get a template here. Let me get a template here. So if you work this correctly and you go through this sequence of BODMAS, you are going to get, okay, minus 73 over 15. Minus 73 over 15. Or if you want to put it in a mixed fraction, you have minus 4 whole number, 13 over 15. Any of these, you can do it on your own and check if your answer is correct. Or kindly check this YouTube channel. I'm going to solve this question using BODMAS. I'm going to solve this question using BODMAS. You can do it on your own. Then later you can check this YouTube channel. I'm going to solve this question and drop it here. Then you see if your answer and steps is correct. You can always pause and rewind this video for clarification and understanding. Kindly drop a comment with us if you have any issue with any of our video. Help us like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel, My Simple Maths. And don't forget to press the notification bell so that you can always receive notification from us whenever we post a new video. Thank you.